Hello again everybody. For those of you who are subscribers to the channel, welcome back to all of my frequent flyers. And you join me for another VATSIM video with some more tests for the latest Airbus A32nx. As part of my role as a QA tester for the team, and we are flying. We're going to do a back-to-back. We're going to head to Gothenburg in Sweden. And then we're going to turn around and come back, or at least that's the plan, depending on how long it takes and what air traffic control coverage we may or may not have. So if you're new to the channel, I hope you find it informative and enjoyable, but make sure you click on that subscribe button below, and especially if you're new to VATSIM, be sure to check out all of my new videos on the playlist for tutorials. That'll help you hopefully get started on the VATSIM network, which I can highly recommend. So we've got Gatwick, ATIS, Gatwick ground, 1218. So I've actually got a two-screen setup now finally, so I'm giving it a go today, seeing what we get from it, and I've actually got SimBrief with a route that's valid for once, so makes a change, doesn't it? Let's go ahead and activate Pushback Express from FS2 Crew. So we've got our Gate Gourmet trucks and everything all ready to go. But we also need our catering. So let's toggle the air bridge. Obviously we need passengers. We need the fuel truck, though I'm not sure how long he'll take, so I'll manually do it, so I won't bother clicking him. We want baggage on board, and catering as well, obviously. The people need the food. They've currently got a 30% off deal for Black Friday, and I can really highly recommend Pushback Express. Yes, you have to pay for it, but it gives you so much ability when you're on VATSIM to push back from any angle, as I've covered on the video specific to Pushback Express, so make sure you check that out, guys. And there's the baggage going on. So let's go ahead and set the aircraft up then. So, from or to, we're going Echo Golf Kilo Kilo / Echo Sierra Golf Golf. And a little annoying, zoom wheel. This, guys, is our route today. Frame 1 X-ray departure. Mike 604 airway to Lager, Papa 144 to Gollum, November 866 to AAL, which I think is Aalborg in Norway, November 607 to Makur, Makur 3 Tango, arrival into Sweden. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. No company routes, so we go back, and the alternative airport, case of diversion, is Echo Kilo Yankee Tango, I think. Echo Kilo Yankee Tango, yeah. I'm not quite sure why it's put us all the way over there, but SimBrief is a mess these days. UKV for our call sign, Skyways 478. And in that goes. That's the baggage cargo door being closed. I'm just calculating the cruise temperature for us. It's giving us cruise at flight level 370. We're testing something decent today. Actually, we're having a look at altitude constraints. frame 1 X-ray. Mike 604 from Frame. Talaga, Lima Alpha, Romeo Golf Alpha. Give it a second to think. Papa 144 to Gollum. My precious. November 866 Airway to Alpha Alpha Lima.
901, radio check.
November 607.
Running 901, guy ground, hello, February 5. 901.
To Maka. And that's the start of our star. So let's go ahead and insert that into the MCDU, into the flight plan. And in it goes. 617 nautical miles so far. There's the Maka. So we want the Maka 3 Tango arrival. I think it was for ILS 21. Maka 3 Tango. Lovely. No vires, insert. Now, if you find me on Discord, I've actually created a Discord server thanks to quite a few requests from some of my subscribers. And now you can go on there and just type in .meta, in fact .charts, EGKK, and that gives you a load of charts, all from Jefferson, and they look like they're actually up to date from Navigraph, which saves you £90 a year. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you have to scroll through them, but that's fine. Just have to scroll through all the Jefferson information and try and get those charts out. There's hundreds of pages though, that's the only thing. So you do have to work to find it. In fact, I can show you guys if I bring up the screen. There we go. So you can see what this looks like. It's frame 1 X-ray. Look, refer to chart 23 Golf. You see there, the middle there is 23C, 23D, 23E, F, Golf. So this is our departure. There we go. So take off, turn right, head all the way down to Detling, sorry, and then we head north up towards the Thames estuary. Overflying, I think, Gravesend and the north part of Kent. So what we need to do now is find the airport charts. These will be different to what we've already seen on the previous videos that I've done. Okay, there's some of our charts. Lovely. So all we need really is that one and the frame 1 X-ray. I still think Chart Fox is a little nicer for some of these, but we'll have a look at the charts for Gothenburg whilst we're en route, using that new method that I've just shown you guys via my Discord. And you'll find the link to that in the description.
1 Kilo 7136, request booking start, please.
So let's kill out some of this fuel. That'll do. We won't burn anywhere near that, to be honest. It's a vast overcalculation again. So block fuel is 6.68. or 6.7. The sim brief interestingly gives us a takeoff zero fuel weight of 58.115 tonnes, but that's given its own random calculations for passenger loads and things. So we've set our own, so I need to do the gross weight of 66.2 tonnes minus the 6.68, and we get 59.52. So we go 59.5 slash 22.6, 22.7, because it'll round itself up. And then that goes. We've got our takeoff weight there of 66.1 tonne.
Hello, ground. Ryanair 1771 with information echo.
59.5, 22.7. 59.5,
ready. I
22.7.
far to Ibiza.
Ryanair 1771, direct ground, hello. Are you able to set level 330?
Yes, flight level of 330.
Roger, Ryanair 1771, clear to Ibiza, Bhavana 1 X-ray departure, squawk 3371.
Recycle the V speeds. We've got our performance metrics in.
Clear to Ibiza.
And there's our fuel prediction.
We are Bhavana 1 X-ray, squawk 3371.
So you have to, you put the data in as I just did, and it just disappears from the scratch pad. But it delays because it's calculating everything. So then it's working out our minimum destination fuel on board, 1.5 tonne, 1.7 for the extra time, and we should land at Gothenburg with 3.2 tonnes left. So that shows you how off SimBrief is. And we've got ILS frequency for runway 21 at Gothenburg input there as well, lovely. So we need to file our flight plan. They're all out of the way, and obviously we want the boarding to finish, so I'll press the air bridge button on FS2 Cruise Pushback Express, and that will clear there. And let's go ahead and get our clearance. So we know we're going to frame 1 X-ray. We need to know a squawk code for the transponder. Gatwick ground, good morning, Skyway's 478 radio check.
Skyway 478, direct ground, hello. February 5.
Likewise, thank you. Skyway's 478, stand 52 middle, Airbus A320 Neo. With information Foxtrot, QNH 1017, request IFR clearance to Gothenburg.
Versus Skyway 478, clear to Gothenburg, frame 1 X-ray departure, squawk 6333.
Cleared to Gothenburg for the frame 1 X-ray departure, squawk 6333 for Skyway's 478.
That's Skyway 478, correct. QNH 1017.
Roger. I did tell him that. 6333.
Ryanair 1771, extend 170, ready for pushback.
Let's see who's around.
177, 110, push and start approach, face south.
Clear for pushback, face south. Ryanair 1771.
And Gatwick ground, Skyway's 478, fully ready, request push and start.
Well, Skyway 478, stand 52, push and start approach, face west.
Push start approved, face west, Skyway's 478. So let's go ahead and get the pushback started.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Roger. Release the parking brakes, please.
and we'll go ahead and put the
Parking
beacon on.
brakes released.
Pushing back.
Let's go ignition start. Got power to the FADEX.
Civil 51 kilo, contact Gatwick Tower 124.225, bye.
124.225 for speed with 510, thank you, bye-bye.
You are cleared behind and you can start your engines at your discretion.
I'll botch that a little bit. Turn on multitask. 124. .225 for Gatwick Tower, who have come online, which is cool. Engine 2 is avail. So I'm pushing forward on the joystick there, and that's actually slowing the tug down to a stop. But it blows some of the controllers' minds sometimes, so I don't like to move forward too far.
Parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes set.
Roger. Okay, the tow bar is disconnected and the equipment is cleared. We will see you on the right with the pin.
Thanks, and you can disconnect and go to hand signals.
Thanks. Have a good flight. See you later.
Okay, that's engine 1 avail. Nicely settled. I've got ignition back to mode norm. APU bleed off, master off. I can turn the cross feed off as well, why not? And we'll get ready for our taxi. So, get the pen. Gatwick ground, Skyways 478 ready for taxi.
That's Gatwick 478, taxi, Papa and Alpha November, Ford Alpha 3.
Taxi Lima, Papa, Alpha November, hold Alpha 3, Skyways 478. Okay. So it's going to be our next left.
Ryanair 171, ready for taxi.
Roger, Ryanair 1771, taxi Sierra and Juliet, hold short, Papa.
Still can't get my rudder pedal sensitivity correct.
Juliet, hold short, Papa, Ryanair
Really winds me up. So we haven't got London control on, so what we're going to do is actually we're going to do our star test without altitude constraints. We've got tower on, but we've got no London control. auto brake arm to max, and we'll do cabin secure.
Skyway 478, contact Gatwick Togo 124.1225, goodbye.
Tower 124.225 for Skyways 478. Thank you for your services. Have a good day. Bye.
Good day. And one.
So if we turn left here now, that's Zulu. We don't want that. We want the next left onto Alpha November. Garrick Tower, very good morning at Skyways 478, taxiing to Alpha 3 via Alpha November.
Skyway 478, Gatwick Tower, hello, if you wish, 5 Bravo, runway 26 left, clear takeoff, wind is 180 degrees 9 knots.
Sounds good, via Bravo, clear takeoff, Skyways 478. There we are, it's just changed our plans a little bit, but that's fine. So we've got everything ready to go. It's a very small gap between flex and toga on my throttle. I keep popping it into takeoff toga by accident, so. Okay, positive right, gear up. pause in the time lapse. And we're going to have a little look. We're getting quite close now to Gothenburg Landvetter Airport in Sweden, so we're going to have a little look at the charts again via my Discord. So if you guys head to my Discord, British AvGeek, the link's in the description, and you can type in .meta esgg, .charts esgg, and we've actually gone ahead and collected the charts. I've opened them 3 times, so I've got the ground charts here. If I scroll down on this, we've got the stands to facilitate us moving on the ground. We've got our category 2 through category 3 ILS runway 21, which is what we are expecting. And we've got our star that we're flying as well. So we're on the Maka 3 Tango arrival. We have to be below flight level 230 by Maka, which is in about 80 miles or so. So I will start to descend now. 230. I'll leave it in vertical speed mode. Once we get to Albux, we need to turn left and head 011 degrees all the way up to Maxiv. And then the charts here say Maka 3 Tango, runway 21 RR arrivals to initial approach fix of Maxiv. You can see the airport elevation written here for us. And it also says operators will be radar vectored to final. Pilots requested to perform continuous descent operation to use descent speed 260 knots or less, unless you need a higher descent speed. And at the bottom here we've got some little routings. In the middle, Maka 3 Tango, Maka below flight level 230, then Albux, then Maxiv, radar vectors to final. So that's that first page. So if we then flick across to this page, and you can tell we actually do need radar vectors because there's no other information for us to obtain from here. But we've got our go around information, climb straight ahead to 3000, then radar vectors for new approach in the description at the top here. And you can see we've got a runway course of 203 degrees and an ILS frequency of 108.5, which I have checked, and that is in the RadNav page for our approach. So I've not actually flown into Gothenburg, so I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be interesting. But you can see we haven't got any information about where Maxiv is in relation to the runway. So Maxiv is probably up here where I've just drawn that circle in the top left of the screen where it says D80. So that's probably where Maxiv is, so we've got a route round. But we've got a route planned into our MCDU, so we shouldn't have too much of an issue. And then once we land, runway 21, we'll taxi off somewhere, and we'll then work our way through this chart to head towards our designated stand, because we have actually got Gothenburg Tower and ATIS on for today's flight. So there's the charts, guys. Feel free to pause, rewind back to those. I'll leave a little thing in the description so you can click it and go straight back to the beginning of that little viewpoint area. And how are we doing? Flight level 327 at the moment, descending down to 210. So I might increase the rate of descent a little bit there. Probably would be sensible. Let's see. You know, I think we're pretty good actually. Maka are in just over 80 miles. So the charts actually don't really give us that much information, frustratingly. Obviously if we look at Gothenburg ATIS, we don't really have much from there either. We can see that it's ATIS information mic. We can see we've got information mic there. And we've got ILS approach runway 21, transition level of flight level 65. So jot all this down on my piece of paper. Information mic. Wind 220 at 20 knots. Gusting 31 knots with visibility of 5 kilometers. Variable visibility of 400 feet. Temperature 1 degrees. Wow. This is going to be tricky, guys. QNH 1012. Challenge accepted. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into the performance page now. Temperature was 11 degrees Celsius. Mag wind 220 at 20. But gusting 31 knots. That's fairly strong. Transition level of flight level 65 or 6,500 feet. And I'll do 100 foot minimums. Just have a quick peek at the charts again, actually, I think, guys. Okay. Minimums 730 foot above ground level. So we'll do an MDA instead at the top, instead of a decision height. Unless they've got a decision height standard, let's see. It says for category 3A, decision height 50 feet, category 2 ILS, decision height 606 feet, or 100 foot. So we'll leave it at 100 then. Most of the time it is 100 foot. I was thinking more in lower visibility. If you're getting readings like 600-700 feet though, for example, that's going to go into your MDA box instead. So we've got to plan for this descent as best as we possibly can. Without any radar vectors from tower or anything else. You can see here it says L-books at flight level 230. And then NL at 3000, which is obviously going to be where we want to intercept the ILS, by the looks of that. Here we go. No more time lapse for the moment. We are well into our star now for our descent into Gothenburg in Sweden. flying over the city at the moment, and I mean, it looks stunning. I've not flown into this area before actually within the simulator, so it's all fresh. New charts and everything else. You can see if I look up into the side of the first officer's side of things, we can see Gothenburg Airport just off in the distance there. So we've got our approach target. Everything's input into the MCDU nicely, and we're descending down to 3,000 feet for our approach. In absence of any traffic, I'm going to vector ourselves through my own approach, basically, and we can start setting up for bits. Not long to go now, we'll be on the ground, and then we'll be using FS2 Cruise Pushback Express for our turnaround as well. Make sure you click that subscribe button down below if you're new to the channel, especially if you're still enjoying the content so far. It takes a lot of time to edit all of these, so sometimes I run these videos that take a lot of planning in the first instance, and then it'll take double the amount of time to process, and that's without having to think about time lapses and things. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know if you do in the comments. Gothenburg traffic, Skyways 478, descending on a Mach 3 Tango arrival at 25 track miles to go up for runway ILS 21, descending through 10,000. Recycle that, shall we? And we can actually activate the approach phase now as well. Shouldn't be able to go beyond 100% speed brake, but we can, so let's just do it. And we'll turn on to Gothenburg tower frequency to see what's going on. 118.6. Still information, Mike. Landvetter Tower. 1012. Oh, wrong button. So it looks like this tiny little update that I've done with the 10 kilobytes or whatever it was has actually changed the mapping slightly on my simulator. Bit of turbulence. I mean, it says, oddly enough, visibility 400 foot and visibility 5 kilometers, so I'm not sure what the hell this is pulling in. Apparently it's this. I mean, sure, I'll take a clear approach, but come on. Clearly doesn't say that, does it? So I'll just get my piece of paper ready with stand and taxi, so I can write down what we're going to be, where we're going to be going to once we've landed. Set that as a target heading. sure this would be covered in sort of ice and snow predominantly by now. And let's slow our descent down now we've caught up somewhat. Go heading 150. Just take account the wind. And we know the mist approach is 3,000 feet. Fly UK Aero is the virtual airline that we're flying with today. Managed to get myself up to a Class A captain fairly quickly. It took a lot of work, took a lot of hours, but quite enjoyable, adding a little bit more immersion to the sim. There we go. So we're getting that gusting winds now, like I said on the METAR, it's going up to 25-30 knots almost. Good grief. Having real issues with the auto throttle today, it's like it's gone loose. Or my throttle that is, I mean. Gothenburg's just off in the distance somewhere. We are on their tower frequency, but we're not getting anything from it currently. So I think we're going to be his only visitor for the time being. Let's have a little look outside again. This is stunning. So we'll start vectoring us for our ILS. So actually just 10 miles away now. Wow, this is blustery, guys. There's the runway ahead. And we should now go glide slope. So it goes in blue initially, and then we capture, and it goes green in the box. Landvetter Tower, good afternoon. Skyway's 478 information, Mike, on the glide slope ILS, runway 21 to land. Landvetter Tower, Skyway's 478.
Skyway's 478 Landvetter Tower, wind 2333 from 19 off, runway 21, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 21, Skyway's 478. I wasn't sure if he was listening or awake. at that, guys. That's stunning. So the one thing they have been able to do is make a absolutely beautiful sim. Okay, let's head back into the flight deck. Check everything. So we've got a consistent 20 knot wind by the looks of it. Gear down, signs are on, cabin ready, spoilers are on, flaps are full. Missed approach altitude is set. We've got a minus 700 foot per minute descent, which is nice. And we got our charts ready as well for taxi.
Landvetter Tower, god eftermiddag. North Shuttle 212 at stand 19er with information Mike, requesting IFR clearance to Gardermoen.
North Shuttle 212, go förmiddag. Clear to Oslo Gardermoen. Farbacka to unit departure runway 21, squawk 4474. Information November, QNH 112.
Clear to Gardermoen, Saba to Juliet departure, squawk 4474, and
The gusts are
information
kicking in again.
November is current, North Shuttle 212.
North Shuttle 212, read back correct.
Control.
100 above. Minimum.
Minimums. Gusty.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Not a great landing, guys. But we're down. Seems like we're floating forever then. And there goes the spoilers.
North Shuttle 212 requesting push and start.
North Shuttle 212, push and start to face north.
Approved and face north, North Shuttle 212.
And Landvetter Tower, skies 478 vacating at Charlie, request taxi to the gates.
Okay, for 478 taxi and 15 via Yankee and Hotel.
Stand 15 via Yankee Hotel, skies 478. Shared cockpit would be great in this instance because you'll be able to have one guy flicking all the switches, being a great co-pilot, whilst you just taxi. So stand 15, it's actually quite an easy one to be fair. It's Yankee, third right, and then it's directly ahead according to the charts. There we are. So we can see stand 15 in the middle. We're heading Yankee Hotel. Make sure you click that subscribe button. I need to, I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not doing any input whatsoever. Very odd. So this is Kilo. And we've got Juliet coming up. And then we'll have Hotel. can hear the APU firing up. Slow down for the turn because this is hotel.
North Shuttle 212 requesting taxi.
North Shuttle 212, standby.
And stand 15 directly ahead.
North Shuttle 212, taxi, holding point number 21, via Hotel and Zulu, give way to A32nx, passing from left to stand on Hotel.
Taxi into holding point runway 21 via Hotel and Zulu and give way to the passing aircraft, North Shuttle 212.
Brake sensitivity's definitely changed as well. And that will do us, I think, for this element of today's flight. So let's go ahead and turn the engines off. Engine 2. Slight delay there. Engine 1. There we go. Let's do beacon and the belts. And if we open Pushback Express again, my beloved bit of payware, the VATSIM Lifesaver, where we will trigger, we'll see what spawns first, so I'll trigger jetway, baggage, catering, power supply. Jolly good, nothing's happening. And interestingly, I can't actually see any, except for over there, which is obviously where the simulator's decided that we need to go. I can't get any steps or anything here, which is a little bit annoying. Cool, that's sector 1 complete.